What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to, well, a morning show. And Openda is joining Juve. So no Kolo Muani. That moved extremely quickly because only yesterday evening or like a couple of hours ago, it was reported that, well, it's going to be difficult for Kolo Muani to join Juve because of the price tag and the obligation and all that stuff. But we moved on to Openda and we got the deal done basically overnight. So Komoli worked hard. Zegrova is on his way. Openda is also on his way. I know Belgian sources are saying that if paperwork will get done in time, you're assuming it will get done in time, because if the agreement, was set this quickly, that means, well, the paperwork are basically lying out there already, you would assume. So Openda is joining Juve. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, but especially hit the like button right now. It's a loan with an option that becomes an obligation. No real price tag has been mentioned. I've seen people say 40, I've seen people say 50, so let's assume it's between 40 and 50. 50 seems extremely high, considering that we didn't want to pay around 60 million euros all included for Kolo Muani. So I'm assuming it's a bit less than 50. I'm assuming it's more around 40 million euros. What's also important is that his contract is around 4 million euros. Kolo Muani's contract would have been around 7 million euros. So that's also an important thing for the club to take into consideration when they made that move for Openda instead of Kolo Muani. But yeah, that's it. We get a different type of profile. I think Openda is, like, if you talk about, like, he's not the classic nine like Vlahovic, obviously. I think he's more of a number 9 than Kolo Muani. He can play down the left. I actually prefer him down the left, to be honest. Didn't have the best of seasons last season. Other than that, scored a lot of goals. Contributed with assists at Leipzig. So that's that, obviously. It gives you, like I said in the summer, I think we were all on a live and we talked about it. This is not an attack focused on Vlahovic or whoever, get me 20 goals and get us through the season. This is more an attack focused on everyone contribute to get us, I don't know, let's say the goal was 100 goals throughout the season in all competitions. I don't need one player to score 30 of them. If all of them score 12, that's more than enough. If 4 or 5 players score 12, for example, that's more than enough. That's the type of team we're building. We don't have a lot of height up top. Yildiz is okay, but he's not somebody who's going to head that ball. Conceição not. Openda is just okay. It's only if Vlahovic is there that we have something in the box when it present. So it's going to be an adaptation. We're going to play a completely different style because Kolo Muani was good with his head and had some presence in the box when it came to that. This is now completely different. It's going to be a more movable. I think, like, Openda is more tricky. He's more decisive in front of goal, in my opinion. It's completely different. It gives you options as well. I think the club was, if we don't get Kolo Muani, who can play down the left, but I mean that's more of an experiment rather than something else. And also, when I think about Kolo Muani, he's not really the number 9. He's more of a, like, I don't know, should I call it support number 9? I don't know how to call it. Maybe like that. But when it comes to Openda, you can actually move him down the left. You can play him through the middle. So it gives you different options. It gives you a quote unquote natural, sub for Yildiz, which was much needed, like it was needed with Conceição and Zegrova on the other side. So it's a completely different team we're trying to build up front, and it's going to be interesting how that's going to work. We haven't seen that at the club for, well, years and years, because we had Morata. Yeah, he can play down the left, but I think nobody viewed him as that type of player. Vlahovic, we had Higuain, like Mandzukic at time, and then obviously, we switched them. We switch position when it comes to Mandzukic on the left, but still, it's going to be completely different. For Kolo Muani, I do feel sorry. He did everything he could to join us. He waited. He waited until deadline day with the World Cup around the corner. That's what you need to know about him. He wanted to play for us, so it's a shame that you cannot have those players who actually contributed in a positive way. Was it 12 GA in half a season? That's a lot considering the difficulties we had all season long. And now he's not joining. So I do feel sorry for Kolo Muani. I think he is definitely not happy with the situation, because the feeling is that the club actually promised him that we're going to come and we're going to get you, we're going to sign you, and they didn't really do that. So it must be extremely frustrating for him, and I fully understand why he would be frustrating with that situation. So that is not, I want to say nice from the club, but yeah, that's not ideal from the club, and we need to accept that's football. It goes both ways. So I do feel sorry for Kolo Muani, because I do believe he fitted us perfectly. He did what he had to do. He was good at holding up play. He was good in the box. The drive was there, just the willingness to actually contribute and make a difference was there. So it is a shame. It is a shame for Kolo Muani, but that's the sport. So we have Openda, we have Segrova, we have Conceição, Yildiz. You have Vlahovic, you have Jonathan David, and you somehow Milik still chilling at the club. But I'm assuming we will move him out in January when he's fit again. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So it's a loan option, becomes an obligation between 40 and 50 million. 1 year deal right now, 4 year deal if we actually sign him at around 4.2 million a season as well. So a lot of options up top. So there's no real excuses, unless the excuses, oh, we don't have any height, we don't have any presence in the box. We decided to go that way. We decided that if it's not Kolo Muani, we're going to get a player who actually can really, really replace Yildiz if needed as well. And we did that. And with Vlahovic staying, maybe the club was like, isn't it smarter to invest that money in Openda? But then again, if Vlahovic leaves next season, you still need to figure it out either way again, But that's probably an issue for next season. The transfer window is not closed. We're still looking to bring in a right back or a left back. Jonathan Klaas is a name from Nice, 33 years old in September. Maybe that, could be a thing, because the club asked him on a loan deal. We still need help in that department, but I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult. Let's see how that will go on final on that line then. And still, we need to move our players, because we don't have enough space on the list. Rui probably needs to leave. Azic, what are we going to do with him? Are we going to loan him out? Is he just going to play with the next gem full-time stop? And you never know. Maybe a late bid for McKennie out of contract, not signing a new deal because we don't want to give him that money. You don't know what today will bring. What we do know, it's Segrova is on his way for his medical. Openda is on his way for his medical. Race against the clock to get the paperwork done, and maybe you get a Jonathan Klaas, and again, Rui might be leaving, all these players might be leaving. But yeah, that's it for me. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know what you think about Openda. What do you think about Kolo Muani? That it didn't happen, and everything that came with it as well. And yeah, what do you think if we sign still a right back? What do you think about Jonathan Klaas? Do you think something else will happen today, and who might be leaving? And maybe a surprise name, and if so, I will do another video, and if not, we will talk later tonight. Live show. It's going to be a big one. We have a lot to discuss. Genoa, what's to come, the new signings, everything. So stay tuned for that one. Ciao.